everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am super excited for today's video. I am going to be talking to you guys about my favorites Best of Beauty 2016 drugstore products. I'm gonna go in the order of like how I would do my makeup just so that way I am not missing anything. For some categories like lip liners, I don't have a product for it just because I feel like this year I didn't really find any like outstanding lip liners or any that I like really love. So we are going to start off with brow products. For brows, something that has really struck me and that I love and that I use every single day to fill in my own brows. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I love this. One, I love it because the definer reminds me of the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. And the actual product reminds me of her product a lot because it's just so tiny. The color brunette, and I just think it's awesome for filling in brows, really defining them. Draw in like little brow-like hair. Using the spoolie is wonderful. I just had this and I love it. What I really love is the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow. I love using this stuff, especially like on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't have like the greatest staying power on your brows, like if you're using it to set it. But this is awesome like for an everyday kind of thing. If I'm just like going to run errands and my brows are just like not looking the greatest, I would just run this through my brows, look great. Sometimes I would just define the bottom part of it with my L'Oreal Brow Definer just underneath and run this through my brows and I'm done in like a minute. This is like super inexpensive. I love it. So what I want to talk about is an eyeshadow primer. Something that I've loved, I've used all year, even before this year. I love the Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow primer. This is a really great one. It works awesome for me. A little bit of this product goes a long way and it definitely does its job. My eyeshadow never creases when I use this. This is what I use today for today's look and I love it. I think it's a great inexpensive eyeshadow primer, especially if you're just getting started in makeup, or even if you're not and you just want to kind of save a couple bucks on an eyeshadow primer. That one is an amazing option. Now on to face. So another primer that I love for the face. I have been obsessed with this primer. This is literally all I've been using every single day. This is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Pore Defense Primer Serum. If you guys have watched my tutorials, you guys have seen me use this. I love this primer. Love it. It is oil-free, silicone-free, and alcohol-free. And it just smooths your pores away. So it just like really softens and smooths your skin. It feels so hydrating. It's not mattifying, although I do feel like it helps to control my oiliness. I love this primer. This is literally all I've been using with all my foundations. If there's one thing about makeup that I love to try out, like trying new products, it has to be foundation. Going through my drawer, I have some like favorite drugstore foundations that I like a lot. But then I thought, okay, what has been one like consistent one that I've liked every single time that I've used it and that I kind of always go back to? And it has to be the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. I remember when I first used this foundation, I was like, whoa, okay, this is changing it for drugstore foundations. This is awesome. And it is. I am in the color 03 Light Beige. I do have this in one other color just to kind of mix it to get my perfect shade. This is just an absolutely amazing foundation. Very buildable, great for normal combination oily skin. I myself have oily skin and it works wonderfully on me. A little bit of this goes a long way and just gives you like the most natural finish on your skin. Does not dry matte. I have a whole video about it that I will link down below. And it has a pump which makes it super convenient, not messy. If you've not tried this foundation, you need to hop on this. I love this. That is like my all-time full coverage foundation. I will wear that for like a glam look or an everyday kind of thing, or if I'm going out or in a wedding, whatever the case may be. But I did want to mention another foundation because this has seriously blown me away for only $5. I really wanted to mention it because I have used it so much this year, and this has been my Essence Soft Touch Mousse Makeup. I truly really love this foundation. I think it's amazing. It works great with my skin, especially with the Hard Candy primer. It's like a match made in heaven. It's perfect. I have a video on this if you're interested. I will link it down below, and really great for oily combination skin. I wouldn't recommend it if you have more dry skin or a lot of texture. It might stick to those areas a little bit, but I just had to give this a mention because I mean, I've used it so much this year and I really love it. So for like contour setting powders, I wanted to talk to you guys about 2 products. One of them is my Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder. I love this stuff. I don't necessarily love the smell of it, but I can handle it. Like, it's decent, it's fine. Super, super sensitive to smell. You probably won't like the smell of it. It's not like an ugly smell. It just has a very strong scent. But you don't like smell it on your face afterward. Once you put it on and you blend it off, like, the smell is gone. But this is an amazing setting powder for baking your face. If you're like into baking your under eye area or your contour, perfect. I haven't had any problems with this giving me a flashback or being too like dry under my under eye area. And so if you're wanting to start baking, not in the kitchen, but if you wanted to start like to try to bake your under eye area and you don't want to buy like a $40 powder from like Sephora, definitely give this one a try. So now I want to talk about a contouring palette, and that is by Wet n Wild. I love this palette. It blends so nicely into your skin. It is not patchy whatsoever. It is pretty dark, but using a light hand, you're like fine. You can use this even as a bronzer. If you want more of a ashy contour, like more, not gray because you don't want a gray contour, but just like more ashy one, this one is very warm, almost has like an orangey undertone, which I personally like because when I contour, I literally only do it right here. I personally like to be a little bit more bronzed than contoured. So this is perfect for me. I love this banana shade right here to set your under eye area. It's perfect. Also brighten your under eyes, which I love that. Okay, so now I wanted to talk to you guys about a actual bronzer. This I had to mention because this is like my everyday bronzer. I love it. This is by Milani, and this is their baked bronzer. I use this all the time. This is the 05 Soleil baked bronzer. Like, how beautiful is this? It's like a mosaic. It is just so pretty. You guys can see in that close-up shot, it looks like it would have like a little bit of shimmer, which it does, but it's not like glitter or anything. It's not anything chunky. It just gives you like this sun-kissed glow to the face, and it's just gorgeous. This is perfect just to warm up your complexion a little bit, but then it just kind of gives you that glowing from within, like healthy, bronzed look. I love this bronzer so much. Speaking of Milani, let's move on to blushes because they have seriously some of my favorite blushes. I actually have 2 blush brands to mention to you guys because I love both of these blushes and I just couldn't choose which one I love more. So I want to give you guys like an option. You already know I love Milani Luminoso. Love, love, love this blush. I would have to say hands down in my collection. This is probably like in my top 5 favorite blushes. If you're into like more warmer, like orangey peach blushes like I am, definitely try this out. This just gives you like such a nice glow and just color to your face. Gorgeous blush. Another favorite shade that I have is Rose de Oro, and this is so pretty. Like, I don't even know how to explain the color of this. It is just gorgeous. Like, it has a little bit of pink, it's gold, it looks like a little bit of rose gold. It is just so pretty. Okay, my next blush that I want to talk to you guys about is by NYX. This is their Ombré blush. I love this color. I've used it so much. This is called Strictly Chic. It is so pretty. I kind of ruined it, but maybe you guys can still tell how it gets from how it goes from light to dark. Such a pretty blush. It looks like it would have a little bit of shimmer if you put it in the light, but really when you put it on your cheeks, I don't see anything. It kind of just looks matte to me. But again, you guys can see the kind of colors that I like, more orangey, warm, peachy kind of blushes. These are just like my thing. I love them. Now for highlights. One of my favorite things, highlighting. So I have to talk about literally this drugstore highlight that has blew all the other drugstore highlighters out of the water. Although I am going to be talking to you about this one and another highlighter that are just like hand in hand. They're awesome. This one is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I love this highlighter. I first looked at it and I opened it and I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like, when you first look at it, you're like, there's not even no shimmer in it. There's nothing in it, like you can't even see it. But then you swatch it or you pick it up with a brush, and guys, I have been using this highlight literally all the time, and it's just an awesome highlight. If you have not tried it yet, definitely pick it up. You can kind of see it there, right there in that little shimmer right there. I would use like for an everyday kind of look. My other favorite highlight is from Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Glow highlighting powder in the color Crown of My Canopy. I did just order the lighter one because I love this shade. First off, it is so pretty. The little imprint that it has in here, gorgeous. But for a Wet n Wild highlighter, this is, I think, $2.99. You cannot beat it. I know these are going to be permanent starting, I seen on Instagram like January of 2017. Well, this is more of a rose gold highlight. It's actually what I kind of have on my cheekbones, just like right here, right where I'm like smiling on the ball of my cheek, I guess. That is what I have right here. I kind of wanted something a little bit more rose gold, and this highlight is just beautiful. Not chunky whatsoever. What? It is not chunky whatsoever. And Wet n Wild are two of my favorite drugstore highlighters. Oh my gosh, I forgot to talk about concealer, and I went over foundation and everything. So let me talk about this concealer. My favorite drugstore concealer, I only have one. This is my Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. It is what I have on today. This is my second or third bottle of this. Love this concealer. I use the shade 20 when I kind of want like a brighter under eye. Perfect. I love it. I would say it's more like medium coverage, but again, if you build it up, it can get you more of that fuller coverage. It is super blendable, super creamy. It almost reminds me, and maybe I'm the only one, but it kind of reminds me of the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, except this one feels a little bit lighter. The NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer has a little bit more of a thicker formula, but this, the coverage that it gives and just the way it like smooths your whole under eye area out, amazing concealer. This is hands down my favorite drugstore concealer, and I've tried a lot, but this one is the one I always repurchase. Next thing I wanted to talk about to kind of finish with like the face foundation products and everything is a foundation powder. This is my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Powder. As you guys will see, I love this powder a lot. I have hit pan already. It's like my go-to powder that I use to touch up my face with. It is beautiful. The color fits me perfectly. Even on its own, it gives me really nice coverage. I wouldn't say it's like even medium to full coverage. So now to eyes. I have a eyeliner that I want to talk to you guys about. This is one of my favorite eyeliners. This is the Rimmel Scandal Eyes. Maybe you guys have seen this. This is one of my favorite liners. This is in the color Nude. Such a perfect liner. I've had this liner on, let me see, for like 4 or 5 hours now in my waterline, and it's still there and holding up really well. The color is just as intense. Really great. Even their black one works really good as well, but this one is an awesome one. The next two things I want to talk to you guys about are actually single eyeshadows. NYX Prismatic eyeshadows swatch beautifully. Like, they're super vibrant, super shiny and sparkly. They almost remind me of the Makeup Geek Cosmetics one, the Makeup Geek foiled shadows, except these aren't really that foiled, but just the look that they give, they're beautiful. And I use this one all the time. This one is called Fireball. This I would just use if I'm like, you know what, my eyes are looking a little bit dull, if I'm doing more of an orangey look or whatever. Just putting that on top of it immediately, like, just adds something to the eyes. They have a whole bunch of different colors, but these are definitely worth checking out. I'm not really into like, whoa, that's kind of a lot for me. Ease me into the makeup, Janine. These are the palettes I would recommend that you try out. These are the Milani palettes. I've done a tutorial with both of these. I will have both of those tutorials linked down below if you guys want to check them out. I love these. These are the Everyday Eyes eyeshadow collection. So I have a more smoky one, which is beautiful. Literally with these eyeshadow palettes, this palette is all you need. You don't need like a bunch of other little palettes. When you're doing a look with these palettes, this is all the colors that you really need. These are gorgeous, super pigmented as well. And then I love, of course, I love this palette because of these warm orangey tones. Love these as well. These are just beautiful, super easy to blend in. A couple other different colors of these palettes that you guys can choose from, but I love these Milani palettes. If you're just starting out, or even if you're not, or in like a good travel palette, these are awesome. Okay, next, last thing for the eyes that I have, this is my NYX Black Liquid Liner. I love this liner. I don't even know how many times I've repurchased this. This is just really great. I love this to make my wing. Even if I'm not doing a wing, like you guys can just see how black it is. It is just awesome. Getting a little crazy there. But it is just really great. The wand is super thin. It dries extremely matte. It's black. It doesn't dry glossy. I like more of a matte black eyeliner. And this is perfect. You could get a very thin line, create a nice sharp wing. Perfect. It's like $2 or $3. You really can't beat it. And it's super long wearing. It will not run. It's never budged on me. Now for lips. I have a couple products for lips that I wanted to talk to you guys about. These are just like standout lip products that I really love. My go-to color. This is like the kind of color that I wear all the time. This is the Maybelline Color Jolt Intense Lip Paint in the color 05 Stripped Down. I love this. I wish the packaging was a little bigger. I feel like that's the only downfall. Like, it's just tiny. And it's like I'm already using a lot of it. The only one that I've tried by them, because this is really the only color that I would actually wear, like an everyday kind of thing, which this is my everyday. This stays in my purse because I know no matter what look I'm doing or whatever, this is just one of those products where I feel like I have to have with me because it will go with everything. It's super hydrating. It's glossy. Not like extreme glossy. It doesn't dry matte. It's not like its most long wearing formula ever because it's not a liquid lipstick. The next product that I want to talk to you guys about are the NYX Liquid Suede lipsticks. I love these. Now if you want a liquid lipstick, something that will last you a lot longer, these are beautiful. These are the 3 colors that I have and that I really love. I will go ahead and swatch them for you guys. They're beautiful. They do have a wand that fits just like perfectly on your lips, makes application super easy, and they just go on super smooth. I've never had a problem with them going on like streaky. They don't get super dry where they make your lips crackle or feel like tight, because I have some liquid lipsticks like that and I do not like that feeling. Soft Spoken, Tea and Cookies, and Vintage. I have to talk about glosses with you guys. If you guys have been watching my videos for a long time, you already know what glosses are my favorite. And again this year, they are my favorite. It is the NYX Butter Gloss. Tea and Cookies and Tiramisu. My all-time 2 favorite glosses by them. I have bought so many of these glosses before, it's ridiculous. They're just so pigmented. This is what I have on my lips right now. I love the glossiness of them without them feeling sticky or gooey, or like when I put my lips apart, like you can see the goo. I hate that in glosses. And this, they're just buttery and hydrating and super glossy and pouty. Creme Brûlée and Tiramisu. So yeah guys, that is the end of my video for today. I have so much love for these products. I cannot believe that it is or will be 2017 depending on when this video goes up. But I am just so excited. If you guys want to see the best of beauty hot for high-end products of 2016, give this video a thumbs up so that way I can be sure to do that for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you guys could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so that way you guys don't miss out on any of my future videos. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys all in my next video.